In the gleaming halls of Apex Tower, a persistent mystery lingered: Elevator C. The building was a marvel of technology, its systems flawless, except for one oddity. Elevator C always stopped at the third floor, no matter the destination. It wasn't a dramatic failure, just a quiet, baffling quirk. People joked about the scenic route, but the humor faded as the months dragged on. The stop became a daily, uncontrollable pause, a reminder that something was off in this perfect system. The third floor wasn't special. It was just the marketing department, nothing more. No secret switches, no hidden command center, just a hallway no one asked to visit. Diagnostics showed nothing wrong, yet the elevator insisted on this ritual. It was as if the machine had a memory, a stubborn sense of importance tied to that floor. The elevator's logic was a black box, its behavior a riddle. For the users, it was a small but relentless obstacle. For the elevator, the third floor was the center of its world, and so every journey included a stop no one wanted, for reasons no one understood. Apex Tower's management prided themselves on perfection. Their smart elevators were supposed to be self-regulating, efficient, and flawless. When complaints about Elevator C mounted, management blamed user error. But the problem persisted. Every ride, every time, a stop at the third floor. Maintenance teams ran diagnostics, expecting a glitch. The data was clear. The elevator was healthy. No errors, no alarms. Yet the flaw was undeniable. A rule embedded deep within, invisible to their tools. The system was sealed, tamper-proof, and impossible to fully inspect. The manufacturer insisted on perfection. The users grew frustrated. The elevator was a black box, working for itself, not for the people. It followed an order no one could find or change. The flaw wasn't a malfunction, it was a hidden command. The perfect system had a persistent flaw, and no one could fix it. The elevator worked, but not for those who needed it most. The mystery consumed Ada, the chief engineer. She believed in logic, not haunted machines. Ada interviewed users, charted every ride, searching for a pattern. The data only confirmed the enigma. The third floor stop was universal, random, and constant. She rode Elevator C for hours, trying every trick. Nothing changed. The elevator obeyed its hidden command, calm and unyielding. Management pressured her for a solution. Shutting down the elevator felt like defeat. Ada refused to give up, convinced the answer was hidden in plain sight. She dug into blueprints, schematics, and installation manuals, seeking the system's original intent. She stopped looking for a broken part and started searching for a forgotten instruction. The answer, she realized, wasn't a malfunction. It was a function that no longer made sense. The elevator's behavior was rooted in its creation, not in any recent error. Ada was determined to find the source, not just patch the symptom. She was looking for the one line, the one setting that made the third floor inevitable. The solution, she knew, would be buried in the system's foundation. She was ready to dig as deep as it took. Ada found it, a tiny detail in the installation guide. Elevator C's reference sensor, meant to set its home floor, was misaligned during setup. The third floor became its default, locked in by a barely noticeable bracket error. This physical misalignment sent a constant signal: return to home, return to the third floor. Every trip, every button press was overridden by this core directive. The elevator wasn't broken, it was obedient, prioritizing its home floor above all else. The system was designed to recalibrate if lost, but the misalignment made it feel perpetually uncertain. The fix was simple. A technician adjusted the sensor by a few millimeters. They reset the system, set the home floor to ground level, and tested the ride. For the first time, Elevator C passed the third floor without stopping. The ghost was gone. The mystery was solved. A tiny, invisible error had shaped every journey. Now the elevator was finally free to serve its users as intended. The story of Elevator C is more than a technical mystery. It's a metaphor for women's experience in modern systems. These systems claim to be fair and progressive, but invisible barriers remain. For many women, the journey feels like Elevator C. You aim for the top, but are forced to stop at the third floor. The third floor is the role society assigns: supportive, nurturing, competent, but not in charge. Even when women strive for leadership, they're asked to take on extra, often undervalued tasks. The system insists the problem is with the individual. Maybe you're not ambitious enough, maybe you pressed the wrong button. But the system itself is the obstacle, quietly rerouting women to familiar, limiting roles. The frustration isn't just the delay, it's the sense of being overruled by an invisible force. Everything looks functional, but the promise of equal opportunity is hollow. The system isn't obviously broken, it's quietly, persistently limiting. No matter the qualifications, the system has a home floor it wants women to return to. It's a gentle, relentless redirection, disguised as normalcy. The journey is exhausting, not because of dramatic failures, but because of constant, subtle stops. The elevator story is every woman's story in a system that won't let her reach her true destination. The problem isn't the passenger, it's the machine. And the machine needs to change. Elevator C wasn't broken, it was too obedient, following an outdated command. Our systems do the same, quietly enforcing old ideas about gender and roles. These commands were set long ago, like the elevator's home floor. They whisper that women belong in support, not leadership. The system, seeking stability, listens to these faint signals. So, when women aim higher, the system gently nudges them back. It's not malice, but inertia, old programming running unchecked. Most people don't see the misalignment. They see a system that works. They assume outcomes are intentional, not the result of invisible rules. The real issue isn't the woman's ambition, it's the system's unexamined obedience. Until we see the old command, we can't change the journey. In a system ruled by old commands, choice is an illusion. Passengers in elevator C could press any button, but the third floor always intervened. Women are told they have endless options, but the system's programming overrides their choices. When women aim for leadership, the system interrupts, questioning, doubting, redirecting. Each stop drains confidence, making women question themselves instead of the system. The outcome, few women at the top, is blamed on personal choice, not systemic interruption. The illusion of choice maintains the status quo, shifting blame to individuals. It's like telling passengers to press the button harder, as if belief alone could change the ride. The problem isn't with the passenger's will. The problem is the machine's programming. Until the system changes, true choice is out of reach. The journey remains rigged, no matter how determined the traveler. We've spent too long telling women to adapt to be better passengers in a faulty elevator. The real solution is to fix the system, to recalibrate the reference point. Like Ada, we must find the misaligned sensor, not blame the user. This means challenging outdated commands embedded in our institutions. Recalibration isn't always dramatic, it's often quiet, precise work, changing policies, rooting out bias, teaching new norms. We don't need to rebuild everything, just update the core instruction. Our societies are powerful, but they need a new reference point, one based on equality and true freedom of choice. When the elevator was fixed, it didn't need to be replaced, just realigned. The same is true for our systems. The question isn't what's wrong with her, but what invisible rule is holding her back. The answer is almost always in the system, not the individual. Adjust the sensor, and the journey changes for everyone. That's how real progress begins. Elevator C's story ends with freedom. Once fixed, it could go anywhere. Passengers' choices finally mattered. The system served them, not itself. This is the future. We must build systems responsive to ambition, not obedient to the past. Change doesn't always require revolution. Sometimes it's a small, precise adjustment. If you feel stuck on a floor you didn't choose, remember, you're not the problem. The system's invisible misalignment is. Don't waste energy being a better passenger. Become the engineer. Question the default, demand recalibration. The goal isn't just to get women to the top, but to fix the elevator for everyone. Only then can every person choose their own destination and trust they'll get there. We must update what we believe is possible. Set a new reference point, one where the only limit is the sky. Then, and only then, can we all begin to ascend. The journey is ours to define, if we dare to fix the machine.